There we go. I have the screen saved or shared. All right, so let me move this thing out of the way. I say we do the first and last one because they're very fast, and then we'll go and talk about the hypothesis tests. I'll put these notes up on the Blackboard as well, so you'll have the written as well as the video to go with it. All right, on the first one, anybody? Reject because you got to divide the alpha by 2, right? So for part A, you have to look at the p-value since it's too pale. Well, it's 0.05 versus 1/2 of alpha. And here we can see that the p-value is larger of the two. And that would be a do not reject. That's the only one that requires any effort, I think. All the rest of them are just straightforward checking which one's bigger. The one-tailed tests are very simple, I think. What about part B? Reject or accept, or do not reject? Reject because here the p-value is less than alpha, right? And it's full alpha, the full alpha, not half of it. That's just reject.
We have to write it out like that. Before you just write it, reject or whatever.
That's so hard for me. It's just HO. You want two letters. I think I want to have H0 there.
No, I mean, like for you having like the p-value, like greater than or less.
Oh, that's, that's right there. I bet you can just put reject or do not reject.
I think that would have been.
I don't think that's. All right, part C, are we one-tailed still?
Yep. Oh,
So let me see, part C, the p-value is 0.05. And alpha is 0.01. The p-value is larger than alpha. Part D, you have to divide the alpha into 2 again. So you divide alpha into 2, and you find out that the p-value is greater than alpha, for that 1/2 alpha. So we do not reject. And then your test will look just like this. Well, they'll be spaced out. Well, I'll talk about it when you do the hypothesis test. I'll expect you write out the hypothesis. No alternative. Show them your p-values. You know what I'm saying? You have to show them some things that you're doing. 0.002 versus 0.01. So here the alpha is bigger. And we reject. Questions? You guys good on these? So you have 2 of those. I think they're worth 5 points apiece. And then the last one, I said I wanted to get rid of the ones that are gonna be the fastest first, so I'm gonna go and do the linear regression one to make sure that it is covered, and then we'll do the hypothesis tests. This is so that you'll know where it comes from. Nuclear reactors. All right, what I want you to do is, you're gonna have to put this into your calculator and use the linear regression capabilities of it. So you're gonna wanna get these data in there. Actually, probably the best bet is to do it this way. Let the numbers part be the x's. That wouldn't be a problem, you just let the first one be the x's. And that one be the y's, and get that data into your calculator. Remember how to get it in?
Is it enter or?
Get to leave it? Oh, stat bar will leave the data, yeah. If yours don't do it. Your calculator literally does not do it. Pop over here. Let's see. Sorry, was it? I'm looking for something.
Can I use my calculator or do I have to look at it?
You're gonna have to use something else if you want to do this problem. Huh? Everybody was officers. What? So I would just let you say that, it's just like you.
I remember you. No.
Well, I don't have my calculator, so I given it away.
You're not gonna jump there again. So you can see it.
Sometimes it doesn't. Maybe. Yeah, you can just let me remove the information on the house inside.
That's not.
Appreciation, that's, your size, not age.
Yeah, sure.
Let's check in.
Yeah, go.
I shouldn't think that.
So you know, just. Turn off the phone. Like, what is it? It's not a version.
Should be rules. Well, you're too far back. It's fine. Keep up there. I found them.
One twenty-one. So that's.
Then I'm not gonna leave it to, I have to figure out which one I guess. And who's something. That's our superior. Our superior. Oh, I'm just going along. Yes, you got two numbers. I can even look at it.
I stayed until the phone was like,
One that is.
oh, that's good. But when it goes from every house, they really the 3 hours later. I'm so scared. Oh my God. Look at my burning on the
The concussion, like you were. Oh, no.
They didn't come up with me. They just started moving in my bed. I'm scared. I'm just so calm.
Two. This is an alternate. We're gonna need all of them.
Participate.
This is a great one.
All right, there's not much I can do here except make sure that you enter this stuff correctly. You're going to get an equation, you get an A and a B. Remember, an output is something like this. My A, I'm only gonna do two decimal places. Here's what I got for my A. 1.17. And for my B, I got negative 8.37. So you'll need to write this line up. So that this problem is going to be you were the 15 points. So not just that part, it's going to be more than just that. But basically that'd be about 5 points to get that equation, that line. There'll be three parts of this here. You'll need to give me an R value. Do you know where to find that one? The R value tells how good of a fit it is. So you'll need this piece of data, this line. You'll need to give me the correlation of coefficient, which is the R. Let me see what my calculator gives me. For that, my calculator, I don't care if you just do a couple of decimal places, but I'll do 3 places. My R was 0.956. And for this to be a reasonably good prediction, you want that R to be close to 1 or negative 1. And the last part is going to do some sort of a prediction. I don't know if the question's actually in there or not. Where is that problem at? And then you'll have a prediction question. And that's what this one is here. Basically, you're going to take the equation and replace X with that number. Hmm? So it should look something like this, if you plug it in, and evaluate it. I had 38.43. So that, those two, the first and the last one, I hope are really easy. Like I said, this problem is worth 15 points. You'll be expected to give me the equation, the R value, and a prediction. And then the rest of the test is all hypothesis tests. You have 5. They're worth 15 points apiece. If you should happen to find yourself in statistics 2 next semester or whenever, that's all they do. Is hypothesis testing the entire semester. They have a new table for every test. Oh, it's ridiculous. It's like 30 of them. All right, so hypothesis test, we have 3 topics. So we have a mean, or a proportion. These are the 3 hypothesis tests we're doing. One mean, we'll know sigma. And the other one, sigma is not known. And then the proportion doesn't really matter. That's the unknown, correct? I think I did. It doesn't matter, the word does not look right to me anyways, no matter how I write it, so. You ever had it happens, a word you do every day, all of a sudden it doesn't look right today? Okay, so those are the 3 things, and each one has a very particular way about it. So what I'm gonna do is grab one at random and see if you can spot what kind it is. How's that sound? And then go at it. So let me grab one, I'll just sort of randomize as I can. Where did I put that thing at? Okay, here's question, our first one for practice. Now, when you've made a decision on what kind it is, call me over so I can tell you if you can proceed. Because I don't want you to get started and then go down the wrong path. It'll waste your time. you guarantee, whenever they give you data like that, they're not gonna have Sigma.
Everything can be, for the captain, they can only go 40%.
On what?
40%. So wait a minute.
Oh, yeah. No, actually, there's no uniform answer to that. It depends on how much storage is already used, and then it will vary, because some people only have 20 lines. I had 99, originally, if there's other kind of, I could get 99 lines. So just to make sure everybody's starting in the same place, then, Sigma is unknown here. To virtually guarantee that when they give you the data, because they're gonna expect you to get the standard deviation of the mean on their own. These are the two pieces of information you'll need with the data. Check and make sure you get the same numbers I got. Okay, please check your data. That's one of those things. That's in if I could, I would make it to where you could just scan it into your calculator, but you'll have to wait till you're a professional in some jobs someday for that. Of course, if nobody's getting my numbers, then I made a mistake, so somebody verify my number.
I got it.
Yeah, but you gotta get that far other than this. First, this is, well, that's where signal's not relevant. With Sigma is unknown, what table are you gonna end up using? With the P table, one, who's right? Remember this one, you're gonna require degrees of freedom. The table requires that piece of information. So once you add degrees of freedom, what other information did you need? That's right, you need the standard deviation that you're going to use in this problem, and that's this guy. How's that different from the regular standard deviation? What do you do to it? Divide it by the square root of n. So we have 2048.5413 divided by the square root of 12. My God, there gives me 591.3629. Okay, before I do anything else, I realized I haven't written an H naught and an H yet. That's kind of crucial. Oh, where? These problems are in Blackboard. All right, what are they telling us to do? Differs from. These are the annoying ones. Differs from 15,000. So let me go ahead and put those up there. Now, the stuff that I put, where I put the claim and I put left or two-tailed test, that's technically never actually put there. I just put it there for my benefit. But it is a two-tailed test, right? It's the claim is the second one. And we see that our X bar here is short. This is one thing I think it's cured in here, but I think I saw it. You realize, be careful when you're doing your graphs. The numbers on the left are smaller than the numbers as you go to the right. I've actually seen people put a smaller number over here than over here. Yeah, there's nothing that's obviously not good. So our picture to match this situation looks like the following. The center is 15,000. Then my mean was 14,347. So that's this little piece down in here. What's the next step? Basically, you're gonna use the T-score, but it's T-score in this problem. The T-score, that's X bar minus mu of X bar, which is just mu, over S of X bar. That table, the T table works to 3 decimal places. That's how I will go. I'll go negative. I'll go 3 decimal places, negative 1.104. You guys get that? Negative 1.104, that's where I'm going to stop. I recommend highly drawing the picture. One that you're going to be using with the table. This is not required, and none of these steps are really required, but I'm doing it because it's the same steps every single time. Here, you're going to have the center of 0. And we have negative 1.104. And so this little piece here. Let me grab a T table here. All right, we have, how many things we have? We have 11 degrees of freedom. All right, so let me pull up that amount of the table. The table does not have negative values on it. You have to infer them. Yeah, the table doesn't have any negatives. So ours is 1.104. Try to find 2 numbers that's trapped between. It looks to me like 1.1 is right in here. You guys see that? It's in between those 2 values. These are the 2 that it's trapped between. Is this a 1 or a 2-tailed test? 2-tailed test. So I'm going up here to this guy, and up here to this guy. What do I do with those numbers? Take the average. That thing there is our p-value. Now, on these tests, what was the alpha in this one? 0.05. Actually, no, this test is made so it don't have to do that. If you use the second column, you don't have to cut it in half. What'd you say it was? Okay, it doesn't matter. This thing's way bigger than it. So what's my conclusion? Do not reject. That'll be worth 5 points, being able to tell me that sentence correctly. Do not reject.
If you get the numbers wrong in the very beginning, does that mean you're gonna get zero even if you are correct?
No. If you make a mistake early on, I'll still give you credit for correct work. I knew a guy like that, no partial credit. And then if you got a problem right, all your work had to be correct. Or you got zero no matter what. Yeah, go ahead. The table's built so that it has it figured into it.
Okay.
Let me show you something here. This, not that it's important to this class, but I do want you to see something very useful that, I'll come over here. You guys, of course, remember Desmos, right? Where'd you go back? Check this out. In here, I can go to the T distribution here. And I have 11 degrees of freedom, right? Now, what was our number that we found? No, we found negative 1.104, remember? So I'm going to type negative infinity to negative 1.104. Now, where'd you go? There we are. I'll put it over here so that you can see it. I'm going to delete it, but I just want you to see what that machine can do. Over here. If I multiply that by 2, I get the actual p-value. You see, the actual p-value is closer to 0.29 than our estimate of 0.25. Do you understand? But Desmos will give you the p-value on the spot. It's very nice. I like it. I have a feeling that's the things are going that way because they're going to start putting more computer assignments in school. They're going to be integrating it more and more as time, for obvious reasons. All right, so everybody good on that? All right, so the first thing, I'll throw up another one, see if you can at first recognize what kind it is, and then from there, proceed. Let me first find.
Looking for you. She asked me for last one. I told her that for.
This one here, when it doesn't, unless you specifically choose to, when you go back to the, was it the university you're doing, or, no, you're gonna be continuing, right?
Yeah.
You just get-
I'm reading that.
It only gives you one, it actually just gives you the piece on it.
Okay, so I don't try to bring this.
I don't know that I would trust this answer. Because you do have to multiply by 2. The way we did it, I've already defined it. That's the thing. That's why you have to be careful with this calculator. The tables were built by 2 different people. They work different ways. So for this, while you can use it, you have to recognize that when you're doing the 2 telegraphs, you're gonna have to multiply by 2. Right.
So I'm running this. Okay.
When you use the table, you can bypass all that and just use the second row. All right, do we all know what type of problem are we working here? Sigmund, no. Mhm. Those are the necessary values you'll need. Make sure that you've got those in play. And every single one of these, you gotta do something with the sigma. It's never straightforward. Sigma requires effort every time. Did anybody give me hypothesis statement? Anybody? What'd you say?
Not equal.
Not equal, yes, yes. So, well, the difference from is the key phrase, right? So we're gonna have mu is not equal to 117.91. And then the other one mu equals another two-sided test. Point. Anybody's gonna come out, got it all the way? Close it off. Yeah, close enough. Your answer though, you do divide your out.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's.
Obviously.
Yeah, then do it for this one. That's great. But, you know, if you, that goes up.
Which thinking?
Easy, the normal one. And remember, you don't have to actually go into the standards, you can just put in the data as it is. Like for standard deviation, you can enter 20 over the 36.
Yeah.
And look at actually the rapid one that actually goes to standard 30.
I put it all in here.
So you're not sure.
This number.
On it? I guess you have to put the third. Oh, that's great. So what are we doing here? We going from, what'd you find that it was, 1.2. You're on to infinity. Standard deviation, we're going to property. That is exactly what that's about it. Oh, that's why, you know what? Remember, I specified, well, that was the upper rate. It was infinity. Those go first. Oh, distribution. We're doing the normal, aren't we?
Yeah. What?
All right, so we're going from one, one,
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
5, 7. The other person, then you. If you can't do it, then it just doesn't happen, just can't do it. It's 2.4. Mu was 117. 91. And signal was 10.3, so that's simplified.
I did that in high school.
There. Yes, not rejected from each of your numbers. That number,
Yes, you can.
that's, I mean, I check your roundings a little bit off, I think.
But it's over.
Everything else is fine. Hmm? Reject your guy. You're fine. You gotta divide your alpha into two. Oh, so now, right, you can fast. All right, let's go ahead and take a 15-minute break from there. We'll come back and try to do as many more of these as we can. There's one more type that we gotta make sure that we do, and that's the proportion. I'll try to pick that one as the next one.
And you're not. Yeah, we're gonna go do it. Because so it's gonna be. That's what I did. I mean, it's good. Yeah. That's what it was. Yes. Yes, that's a P value. Now, what's your on? Yes. Bigger. Yeah, so now what? Correct. What'd you say? You know how to do that? So you have to write. So I really like. You spoke at the wires. And we're going to put it back on the gas. I'm happy on the gas, so it is started. The problem. Let's get me go. Stay gas. So my battery did nothing. So when I was like, hey, I see your battery is taken out. You want me to go on? And that's great. He walks the phone, it was like, and I'm like, it's like, over. That's probably, it's not being much to the word problem, I understand the power. So he said that the phone. So he's telling me. Take it from. It was very, very kind of numbers of each of the house, there's this question too. So, yeah. We did all of this, thank you. That's my heart does. It's right good. That's all I'm. Can we part of? The owner. And honestly, it makes sense. I mentioned the huge people. The boys of orange. Aw, that's cute. I was the boring. Oh, which
That makes sense if you ever need a little bit.
and it's just really good. It was very like orange. But if you wanted it to be. Industrial, it would be sad. And then the team brand. And that's fine, she's so cool. She, yeah, she was the other person. She's available.
I'm just right now. I want to get second on my right. So I'm just pulling that, like, all left again. Like to have more mixing on your right or your left. You can have to check it out.
Really?
You should knit it on your side.
So funny. I like the. Strawberries and stuff, but only two countries. Yeah. Somehow it's not, but I like it. So, the good. The Billy, I don't know. What's the store? People think you're a lesbian. So, okay. I'm still saying, going to. I don't. I don't even. I'm so grateful for being here. So, I'm gonna go anything. Do we don't call them, right? So, I'll just take a couple of you, one day, and really talk about me. But, this is day Tuesday. Yeah. What? Are you acting? Yeah, so no. That is like a dumb thing. That is demonstrated. You're just saying you're wrong and leave. I mean, that's it. If you think you're real, that's when you get home. But if you don't think you have a willpower to do something, I literally go home, go to work and sit it and things go on. But are you going to do anything with? No, not at all. No, I'll sit there and watch Netflix. So then stay here and do this because you get fast. Think of your future. I'm so good at this game. I'll be real. On off. So big. Yeah. So. Again. But if it's gonna snow, we need a phone. stroke immediately. I think it's not. What is it? Nothing. I mean, in your meeting again.
I'm sorry. That one I wasn't thinking that's you apart. The next to you. Or like right behind you, like block you. It's just too much. What do you mean? Block my Instagram. I'm both very shy. Oh, that was promise. That is so nice. Here's what's the funniest thing ever. So I didn't answer that. You on my free page, right? That weird, shape that you showed me, like the one that's just like. I don't know. Yeah. What are they the like that? Okay. I can figure it like a little bit slow in my head. What's funny? Hoping is really, if you hope for black man, like the one, I don't know who that big connection. He said he was a black guy. But, try to follow me. So that's trying to spell that. Ron James. And then it's Michael Jackson movie. Nice. Big. They're brothers. I know he has a brother, but that big and brother, this brother. And Lopez are the California. But look at that look like him. Everything. Okay, why is that there like that? Oh, see, yours like that. And now it's a little bit. Where are? Really? Good eyes. Go on. For that guy. Anytime. He doesn't look like that. Yeah. Let me see. Look that up. Yeah, that's literally. Well, but he doesn't look like that in the video. You know, he does. That's a big picture. No, you should get it. What's it my work? In this picture, he doesn't look. I'm looking in the video. Something that maybe that could be his brother. They literally are everywhere. I don't see a brother. I don't see him trying to stop. Anyway, okay, she's smart in other areas. Yeah. True. Yeah, I'm totally. And it was church. And for that time now, the brain shakes and backsies. Oh, I've been. They're saying about what happened last week. Oh, yeah. Okay, so she's like holding my rabbit. She's like, I'm helping me holding my rabbit. And she's like, oh, I want all these from her. She's got like this big dog and like her parents would never let her get any that sort of thing besides for the dog. So then I was like, oh, whatever, like it's cute. They were like a lot of work. They're trying to like sons for her to take care of. But I think this whole thing is over. She called me 3 days ago. She goes, Thursday, guess what I did? I was like, I don't know what, like, you're crazy, like, that's the question I could go anywhere. She goes, the creek, I got rats. I'm like, even, she got 10 rats, because I'm like, the work, they were like, she couldn't get, so she could leave her room. That's how, got her parents there, she literally split her room out. That's what that was. And she's like, oh, they're smart, they're not nocturnal, they're I'm looking at the stores and something published as a rat. But yeah, I was very much so today, about, and again, engagement then. For fun. No, I don't think so. What? Did you add values that are nocturnal? Yeah. Yeah, well, it's fine. Basically, for 6 hours, they. That's great, actually. You can just make the comment that a lot of the other animals. Yeah. Oh, no, hamster journal. We're just gonna like get gerbils with rats. So they settled got rats. What? I'm like, your mom let you get rats. But your mom. Although they're so cute. I think they're. You're right. I'm someone that's your name, but you are. I don't know if you do that. I'm gonna stop. Funny that you do. Do you have like 5 years and no, we've got short. I get that with stuff. Actually, like. From that. After it's up, I got it. Like, wait a minute. Did you make that? So cute. You would take it now. Pretty.
Okay, go ahead and start whenever you want.
I don't even think that.
listed, didn't we? All right, everybody knows we're working on a proportion, right? You see percentage, it's a pretty good, that giveaway that you're dealing with a proportion. Using specific numbers, you'll need to make sure that you get all, that we agree on the numbers there. Yeah. 0.01. You guys get these numbers? So what is our decision? Do not reject. Do not reject the H dot. What is it here? I want to show you something too while I'm here. What is this? Up over here to. This thing. I think we went more than 77%. So we had 8.808. Mistake here. Oh, I know it's wrong. Okay. You see our p-value here, the 0.736. If I come into Desmos, I can put in the mean and the standard deviation here, and then I can tell it where it starts and ends, and it gives me that p-value. So this one you don't have to do anything. It literally gives it to you. I think in the future when I do this, because I want everybody download Desmos onto their phones. We'll just work it that way instead of dealing with all these different calculators. All right. Any questions about this? Are we good? Anybody questions? Feel comfortable? Okay. You throw up another random one. I think I did that one. Oh, I see. That was the last one. Gotcha. Okay. So, because I had a copy of the copy machine. Everybody know what style problem this is? What do you say? Sigma's none, right, exactly, Sigma's none. Checking numbers and make sure they all match up with mine. Just so happens, I tried to take the 24 miles, but it'll work. Everybody good? Okay.
X.
You guys don't get all my numbers here? -2.4 was my Z value. Is it these numbers here? So what I got for my P value. And our decision? Reject H naught. Yeah, because we didn't know sigma. No, this one here, actually. We know this. That's not a sigma. Because they need it, they told you the population. Did I do this one, teaching assistant stipends?
Yeah.
I did that one, okay. Football injury, I don't think I did football injuries. And like, two down, that's. Look at the second sentence in there. What? Check that number out. Right, so he thinks it's less.
This,
HA is always the one that gets the less than or greater than sign. Oh. Better than sign, one of these is getting less than sign. This is the less than sign. This is the claim, he says he thinks that it is too high. If he thinks that this number is too high, then he thinks that it is low, but not true. So his claim is that it's lower.
that's fine.
These are the necessary numbers that you'll need, make sure all yours match up with mine. If the H sub A, the demand is, yes, I don't put that, but yeah, yes. The H sub A is the less than one. Remember, any semblance of an equal sign always goes into H sub O, H sub 0. And when I start drawing the pictures, that's when I start going to decimals. -1.26 for the Z value. There's my p-value for this particular problem. Output was only 0.05. So our decisions? Do not reject. Any questions? We did the life satisfaction. This is probably, you'll see this a lot in your life as an adult. They have satisfaction surveys. Usually they try to show like where the United States fits in with other countries. You ever see stuff like that? Like people in Europe are all happy, but America's like real mad. I don't think we did the waiting times for the physicians though, did we? This may be the last of the problems I have, so let's see how it goes. Wait, what? What? I'm not put it in. You did that or? You did. So then, that's right, number seven. What do we bring that one here? But you can separate them by comments if one of you more than one. These are all the relevant numbers. Check this, yours against mine.
You don't need even 400. Perfect.
That's what I did.
Okay.
The funniest thing about it taking 19 minutes to see a doctor is, you know how long the average visit is with the doctor? 11 minutes. We spend longer waiting for them than the actual appointment takes.
That's what I mean.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I can do that. Oh, I'm using the wrong thing. You're correct, right? No, I use the Z table. Okay. Let me check my. I didn't check the wrong thing. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Well, thank you. I put 2.11 right between those two values there. In the ninth row. This is a one-tailed test. So I'm looking at these things up here. What is the average of those two numbers? 0.0375. I didn't know if they moved around yet. 0.0375. The T-table has got to be the most annoying of these tables, I'll tell you. What's that table is? Okay. First, the alpha. What was the alpha in this problem? Who's bigger here? Alpha is bigger, so we do what?
Okay.
Reject each time. All right, let me tell you, that's all I have. If anybody wants to stick around and do another one with me, you can, but you don't have to. I do have a couple of announcements for anybody to think about. Your test on Tuesday will consist of exactly what you saw. You're gonna have 2 make the decision, 5 hypothesis test, and a linear regression problem. The numbers from the homework will be changed. Okay, those same homework problems though, but the numbers will be changed. That means some of the implications will change. You understand? Okay. And then the last, we will have class a week from Tuesday as well during finals week. I will be here for a review if you want to. It's an optional review. You can show up. We'll go over what's going to be on the final. Okay. This Thursday. Next Tuesday, I meant we're having a review. Tuesday. If you want, there's technically not classes during finals week for full term classes. So you technically don't have class, but I nonetheless, I remember, I mean. If anybody's still stuck on any of these, let me know. We can do another one. I'll work with you. Yeah. Just give it back to me after you take your finals.
Should have seen them.
You guys want to do another one? Okay.
Oh. Okay.
I'm not, yeah, I'm not stuck. I get everything that you are saying right now,
Mhm.
but the exact one. Oh, the calculator. Calculators are one, why can't one do everything I need to do?
They do make them that way. You were just not willing to buy it.
How much was it?
About $150.
Oh, no.
Uh, let's see if I can find one. I'm just gonna find one. Here's an example. Let's see what, if I can find an example here.
This is the only thing gonna be on the test, the three hypothetical.
Well, the first type of problem, which is where you make the decision, then you got the 5 hypothesis tests. And then linear regression. Mhm.
And the three that we just did, and then,
We got 5 of those. Mhm.
and then the one that you just answered, if it's gonna reject or don't reject.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, let's do it this way. Let's just do an example, if I can find one.
Everybody's people on there, we say, I'm a turkey.
And like, for the final exam, it's gonna be everything we learned over the course, right?
Yeah.
I just turned around and was like. Well, that's what I said. Put that negative shit, that guy, negative. Ohio was the most negative state to him.
I want to buy a house.
I'll pitch it.
And let's put,
I'm ready. Oh.
But then again, like, everything is so high. If you make that just a minute.
no, this, we put start.
That's so,
How high is they're not gonna get you?
you should ask for a raise.
They're not gonna get. Because this is a- even if my old patient available for weekly, I'm trying to ask.
I keep asking.
And especially, I only work there like 2 days a week, I don't care.
This is my, McDonald's, they went from shopping, I've been working there for 2 years.
My first job, they only pay rent.
I'm at Dipsy right now. I really could be a manager if they allow it.
I'm not even doing
And you don't get no raise, you only make it 13, and you're a manager? Oh, no. They would have had it. I would have been in there. I don't know what's going on, what y'all got going on, but I get a raise.
They don't care about their staff, literally, right, it's a situation. But I'm calling for me, I'm calling for them, calling me, somebody's never had to call me this way.
You heard about McDonald's in South England? Someone went behind the counter and signed the plate. Oh, now they're in trouble. A whole bunch of cases. They get charges. Oh, this look a little difficult now.
My brain hurt.
I think we got it.
Malcolm Jefferson, Tim George.
That's cute. We're not allowed to accept it.
I'm telling you, I'm taking to the room. Am I old? At my first job, we might have to take charge of mine, or we just gonna take the picture. When you say we're not allowed to have a tip job, take
This is the first. We know, I mean, the. So we don't have to.
You do not know you don't know the population standard deviation.
Oh.
Sample.
So how do we figure that out? Well, I know the random number is 15. That's 30 something. And then the N equals 50. Yeah. So now. So I'm going to find. To do. Oh, but then after we find out, what we do. The dash divided by. And square root. I think that's.
So on the PN for the motion.
Yeah, and I'll write it out. That's how you find it. It's like normal how we do it. I don't know why it makes me confused. Maybe because it's in smaller font. It is screwing my head up. Yeah. So it'd be, so this is, no, that's, explain the population of something like, you're gonna get different. It's like, I remember. You know, so. Yeah. Yeah, second window. I don't know.
If they don't tell you anything, this class assumes that alpha is 0.05. Anytime they don't tell you.
Says green.
And one point in time, I didn't know wrong way to do it.
What kind of a problem is this? What table are you gonna use?
The regular one that's right.
No. That you do not know the sample standard, you do not know the population standard deviation. They didn't give you a sigma. They gave you S.
Oh. No, that was the second.
Check your numbers against mine.
Oh, I was so right though. Basically. That's business.
Yeah, check your numbers out, you could match mine.
Yeah, really good.
Oh, okay. I just assumed.
Yeah, it's basically all right. I got there. Eventually.
All right, I got a T value of 0.484. You guys get that? Okay, then we need to find it in the row 14, which is in between these first two numbers.
So,
So it's one tail. 0.484 is in here. Between these two. So. What's the average of 50 and 25%?
0.375.
Uh-huh. So that gives us a p-value of 0.375, which is almost certainly going to be larger than any alpha value they gave.
Okay, so it do
What was alpha?
0.05.
That's right, you didn't know. So since p is greater, what do we do?
You're not rejected.
Correct. All right, I will officially stop the video now. Oh, I forgot that. Well, who knows? Yeah, I don't see, I didn't get a good response when I started the video, so we'll see if anything actually reported. We'll find out.